Hi, beautiful soul. If you found this video, trust that Spirit led you here for a reason. This message was always meant to find you, to arrive in your hands, at your feet, and inside of your spirit right on time. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's see what Spirit wants to whisper to us today. The first card we received is the King of Wands upright. This is the card for leadership, bold vision, courage, entrepreneurship, charisma, spiritual fire, and creative power. Spirit begins this message by reminding us that you are not here to shrink. The King of Wands steps forward as a soul who sees the mountain and says, "I'll build a bridge." This is visionary energy, not passive dreaming, but radical embodiment. Right now, the collective is being asked to stop waiting for permission to lead. This card says, if something's been placed on your heart, it's not random. It's your responsibility. You are being handed the torch, and Spirit is asking, will you carry the fire or let it die at your feet? The next card was the Four of Cups upright. This is a card of dissatisfaction, apathy, emotional disconnection, and ignoring spiritual nudges. I mean, look at the card. It's Spirit handing us one thing after another, and us being like, no, not that one. And yet, even with this fire, something feels off. The Four of Cups says that many in the collective feel emotionally distant from joy. You may have the skills, the tools, even the support, but none of it feels like enough. There's a quiet yearning here, the ache of spiritual hunger. This card gently says, what you seek is not in the next achievement, it's in presence, in stillness and realignment. Spirit may be offering something deeply sacred, but if we're only looking for it in dramatic signs, we might miss it entirely. The next card was the King of Swords reversed. This card is coldness, manipulation, misuse of intellect or authority, rigid thinking, and lack of integrity. Here we're being asked to confront distortion. The reversed King of Swords reveals a shadow in the collective voice, where we've allowed logic to override truth or masked emotional suppression as strength. Some of us may be following voices, internal or external, that sound smart but feel wrong. This card warns, beware of convincing yourself out of your own knowing. Don't let the loudest voice drown out the truest one. If something feels misaligned, it is. Spirit says that it's time to clear your mental clutter and stop gaslighting your own soul. The next card is Death Reversed. This card reversed represents fear of change, resisting endings, clinging to old cycles, and delayed transformation. This card arrives as a sacred mirror. Spirit is saying there's something that you've outgrown and you know it, but you're afraid of what life will look like on the other side of that release. The reverse death card doesn't mean the end isn't happening. It means that you're delaying it, and every delay is costing you clarity, freedom, and peace. This isn't about punishment, it's about liberation. You don't need to figure it all out, you just need to let go of what's already leaving. The next card is the Lover's Upright. This is the card of alignment, union, sacred choices, harmony, connection, and duality. And once that release begins, love is going to flood in. This card doesn't just speak of romance, it speaks of rightness, of alignment, and Spirit is showing us that the moment that you let go of what no longer reflects your truth, you're making room for something that does. That love, that mission, that inner peace that you've been aching for, it's been waiting to meet the real you. The lovers remind us that choosing yourself is not selfish, it's spiritual. From that sacred self-love, everything else will begin to bloom. The next card was the Four of Wands upright. This is a card of celebration, of milestones, soul family, divine timing, and joy after hardship. And with this card comes the reward. The Four of Wands is Spirit's way of saying you're stepping into a new season of safety, connection, and celebration, but only if you allow it. For many, this will manifest as reunions, aligned friendships, inner peace, or even physical moves that bring energetic relief. There is joy coming that you don't have to earn. It's simply arriving because you've survived the storm. And Spirit is saying, let yourself exhale, let yourself receive, because you are no longer in survival mode. You are entering sacred restoration. And the last card we were given is the Seven of Swords upright. This is the card of deception, self-sabotage, hidden motives, and mental avoidance. This final card is a warning. The Seven of Swords is saying, be honest with yourself. You may be tempted to carry old patterns into this new season. You may want to pretend you're fine when you're not. And Spirit is asking, can you be radically real with yourself? Can you please stop performing and start choosing? Because the real sabotage is not out there. It's the part of you that still doubts your own worth, that hides your truth, or plays small to stay safe. You're being called to live out loud now. Anything less will feel like spiritual suffocation. This reading reveals a powerful arc. We begin with spiritual leadership and vision, but many are feeling emotionally dulled or disconnected, trapped in mental loops or false beliefs, and clinging to outdated chapters. But Spirit promises that once we choose truth, celebration and alignment begin to return, but only if we're willing to stop deceiving ourselves and truly be seen. This is a message of sacred courage, of reclaiming your voice, of choosing the life that aligns with who you really are, not who you've had to be. And Spirit's final whisper is this: you're not broken. You're being reassembled into something more true, bolder, and more whole than you've ever been. We know it's been heavy, the overthinking, the hiding, the fear of too much or not enough. But you were never meant to carry the weight of pretending. You came here to remember, to choose, and to rise. The grief that you're holding is sacred. The awakening you're in is real, and the future is calling your name. Let yourself want more. Let yourself choose peace. Let yourself become the version of you who doesn't flinch when they're seen. Because we see you, and we're not asking for perfection. We're asking for presence, for honesty, for one brave step closer to your truth. Thank you so much for being here and holding space for this message. If anything in this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I read every single one and I absolutely love hearing from you. If you've been holding something on your heart, or if you're looking for a personal spirit-led message, I now offer readings through my Etsy shop. So if you like the way that I read cards and you're ready for something personalized, the link is in the bio, in the video description, and in the pinned comment. I would be honored to read for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this touched your spirit. There's more coming, and Spirit always knows who to send it to next. You are loved and appreciated. I'll check in with you soon.